Guys, welcome back to my channel. Slightly different location. I'm just waiting for my girlfriend to have a doctor's appointment. Nothing to worry about. Don't panic. It's not coronavirus. So I just thought I would talk to you guys while I wait. And there's two things that I guess I want to talk to you about. Both of them days out, because evidently people are a bit curious about how places are handling their cleanliness and their environment during the pandemic. So what better way than to make kind of review videos on those two places. So I'll probably break this up into two videos so that I can give each one a proper review rather than cramming two reviews in one video and make it like 20 minutes long. So just do two separate reviews. So the first one, we recently went to Warwick Castle. Now Warwick's probably about a 2.5 hour drive away from where we live. So my parents decided that the best bet was to probably stay the night before in a beautiful Premier Inn in Warwick, about a 10-minute drive away from the castle, and then on the morning of, we're not rushing around at like 5:30 in the morning trying to get there before all the traffic builds up for schools and work and things like that. So yeah, we drove down the night before, probably about 6ish, ate in the hotel, which was really nice. Limited menu, just because of the pandemic and obviously not wanting too many people to cram into the restaurant. So literally maybe about 8 mains for the adults, 3 for the children, which was a bit of a shame. If you're going through something like me at the moment, you kind of want a bit of a varied menu, or at least the opportunity to just order like a jacket potato or maybe a sandwich or a wrap or something, or a couple of starters, which is usually my go-to. If I'm not feeling particularly great, I'll just grab a couple of starters, maybe like some garlic bread and maybe a bowl of fries or something like that. But to not have much option was slightly worrying for me, and I knew this before I went, so I could sort of pre-plan ahead. And I ended up going for a children's meal. I ended up going for just their 10 veg pasta, and my daughter had some form of popping chicken with chips, even though she doesn't eat the chips. So she had some pasta and some chicken, and I had the chips, the pasta with some garlic bread, and it kind of just worked, you know. My dad had a gorgeous looking burger. I've just seen like a nearly 60-year-old woman wearing exactly the same Minnie Mouse jumper as me, and it's thrown me. My dad had a really nice looking burger, looked huge, really stacked, like a double patty kind of cheeseburger type thing. Both my mum and my girlfriend had Hunter's chicken, which looked incredible, so I really probably needn't have worried and just gone for what I fancied. But with this whole stomach bowel thing going on, I just wanted to be safe for the morning after, and I knew pasta would be absolutely fine, and so would chips. You can't really go wrong with that. And I didn't touch the garlic bread. It seemed very buttery, very sort of wet. And if you like your butter kind of seeping out your garlic bread, then that was for you, but I don't particularly like that, especially at the moment. So yeah, dinner was absolutely fine. The rooms were beautiful. Now, we had a family room, obviously, because we're a family. So my daughter had a really nice single bed that probably would have become a sofa right in the corner next to the radiator, and we had probably a king. There was quite an awful lot of room for both of us in there, much like our home bed. So we had a king. So clean. Masks, obviously now everywhere indoors when you're not eating, so we had to wear them down to the restaurant, and until our food got served we wore our masks, which is absolutely fine. No issue with that whatsoever. I'm not one of these people that, I don't want to wear my mask. I'll wear my mask. I even have one in the car ready to go for if I just jump out and go anywhere. I'm quite considerate. I don't have an issue with my mask. That's what the government have told me to do. I don't want COVID. I don't want you to catch COVID if I'm a carrier. I wear my mask. So the rooms are absolutely gorgeous. Very clean. There's sanitizer everywhere. Just one person checking you in and 2 machines in case you want to self-check in and you don't want to talk to anybody. That's absolutely fine. So absolutely no complaints from Premier Inn. It was a lovely stay. So nice to get away for the night, even though we rent our own property now and we don't have to say goodbye at the end of the day. It was just lovely to stay somewhere overnight with my daughter. We had a lovely bath. We had a lovely meal, albeit slightly limited, but that's not their fault. And then a lovely breakfast. I didn't eat in the morning. I'm quite funny, regardless of what's happening to me in the morning. I rarely eat, but especially on this day. My dad did have some leftover toast that I managed to sort of tuck into. But again, they had lovely cooked breakfast. My mum went for sort of a yogurt compote granola type thing. She really enjoyed that. Both my girlfriend and my dad had fried cooked breakfast, which looked gorgeous, and my daughter went for porridge with a little bit of honey, but preferred sugar, so I didn't take her flavour drops that she uses. So yeah, no complaints about the Premier Inn. They were lovely, they were great. The lady who served us went out of her way to sort of make sure we were comfortable. And then on to Warwick Castle. Now, with an attraction like that, you can't really do a lot, and you don't really come across a lot of people that you can praise. But again, they were fantastic. The archer, Brogan, I think his name was absolutely brilliant. His show was socially distanced, so you kind of learnt more about archery and archers themselves. So he was fantastic, and he was very, very funny. So I can't give that enough praise. The archer show was great. I really learnt a lot about what an archer would have been, who they would have been, some kind of sort of character portrait behind an archer. And then the show, The Falconer's Quest, was a slightly more limited showing because we'd had a lot of rain, and it's raining now. And it flooded the river that runs near Warwick Castle. So where they would normally have a pool boat, he was kind of just stranded on our shore. So that was a bit more limited. And at the end, they didn't let all of their birds go, which is a shame, because you're used to kind of, I will attach some photos to the end of this video, but you're used to kind of looking at, not a shed, but it's kind of like a shed. And inside that shed is normally maybe 30 different types of birds that kind of just fly at you at the end with a crescendo of massive music, but this didn't happen. So the bird show was fantastic still. You got to see owls, and a condor, which is like huge 6-foot wingspan. Just incredible birds, and they flew so close to our head. But the ending kind of left a little bit to be desired, but still not their fault. The grounds are still open, the grounds are gorgeous. Went to an area that I'd never been to before called the Peacock Garden, which had obviously peacocks in it, and they'd all gotten rid of their feathers, so they looked kind of bald, which was kind of funny. I'd never seen a peacock looking like that before, but still beautiful creatures. And I can't praise Warwick Castle enough. I go every year and I absolutely love it there. It's still one of our main castles and attractions to go visit. I mean, the grounds inside as well are still relatively good, even though the castle's been knocked down a fair bit and had a bit of a battering from our storms. It's still definitely worth seeing, and I would definitely probably recommend going in the height of summer when there's maybe jousting going on, if there's not a pandemic. And the Falconer's Quest show is a little bit more fuller, and the Trebuchet is usually up and running as well. So definitely in the winter there's a little bit less, and it's open from 10 till 4, so the hours, excuse me, are a little bit more limited. But still, we managed to stay until 4, and we filled the whole day. We got there just after 10, so I would definitely recommend going. If you live maybe more than an hour drive away, I'd probably definitely recommend staying as well, just because you want to cram in everything you can into seeing that castle. So yeah, I will attach some photos to the end of this just to show you all what you're missing. If you've never gone, you should absolutely go. I mean, our attractions need our help right now, and that is definitely visible. So please just go and check them out. I know tickets are pre-bookable, and you have to pre-book to get into a lot of these places now. And there's offers to be had, you know, there's always discounts if you book in advance, 20% off your ticket price, whatever. And obviously we were lucky enough to collect the sun vouchers for all of our days out. So we've just had Thorpe Park, which is the second video that I will do, Warwick Castle, Chesington, which is coming up in 5 or so days. We collected Alton Towers as well, but we didn't go due to my ill health, which is a real shame. But next year I'm on it. I guarantee I will be feeling better, less panicky about staying overnight without kind of medical help. So yeah, and Legoland. So you're looking at a saving, considering there was 4 adults and a child. You're looking at saving probably about £500. So this time next year, guys, get yourselves on those sun vouchers, get yourselves to the attractions, help save our attractions, keep them open, keep them running. Legoland was amazing. I have or I haven't recorded a Legoland video, I will do that, because Legoland needs a massive shout out. They were absolutely phenomenal. Thorpe Park, I may not like roller coasters, but they were absolutely phenomenal. Every attraction that I've been to have been fantastic, with their masks and their adhering to policies and the sanitizer everywhere, their social distance in their queues. Just please, please, please go visit these places so that we can keep them up and running for future generations. Otherwise, they will have nothing to go see when this pandemic is over. We'll literally just have soft play areas, and once your child has outgrown those, we'll have nothing. So the zoos need our helps. Places like London Zoo, my favourite, Colchester Zoo, everywhere needs our help. So if you can't make it, I'm sure they will accept donations online. I've just also ordered the Show Must Go On t-shirts to try and help our actors and actresses that are out of work at the moment. Theatre is obviously very close to my heart, so go and log on and just Google the Show Must Go On t-shirt, and it will take you to the website where you can order direct. And just, if you're making a bit of money and it may just be a little bit spare, you can definitely donate a £5. No one's gonna qualm at that. But I've ordered a couple of t-shirts and a pen and a mask, and just, while I'm fortunate enough to still be working, I can give what I can when I can. So that's the review of Warwick Castle. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, despite a little bit of rain and flooding, it was still a great day out, and I will go every year, and I love it there. So I hope you're all good. Hope you're all keeping well. As I keep saying at the end of every video, please keep your social distancing. It's very important that we maintain a distance from each other for obvious reasons. Government have said it's like 15 minutes in close contact with somebody else. So if you've had it, or if you're not sure if you're a carrier or whatever, just keep your distance. That's all it is. Keep your 1 metre, 2 metre distance, whatever. Wash your hands regularly. Please, 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 it's so important. Alcohol doesn't do as much as you might think it does. It helps when you wash, but people are thinking it creates barriers and things. It doesn't really do that much. I've worked in a hospital for 8 years. So alcohol, while it's useful, it's not going to save you. So use it in conjunction with washing your hands. And obviously wear your mask. Please don't be a dick about it. If you're exempt, then that's great, and you're exempt. But if you're not, please do not make excuses that you are, because there are genuine people with severe asthma, learning disabilities, whatever, that are genuinely exempt. And if you're not, and you use that excuse, then please don't come and talk to me, and please don't deal with me, because I do not want to deal with you if you don't want to wear a mask for your own reasons. You're just being ignorant, and it could save your life, and more importantly, it could save mine. And knowing that I have a 3-year-old child, it's very important to me that you wear that mask unless you are genuinely exempt. So there's my 5p piece thrown in, or my 2 pence, whatever the saying is. There's my money thrown in, and that's my views on it. So there you go. So that's it. I'm gonna just finish my drink in my big cup. Obviously this only ran for like 12 weeks, so this mug is like uber limited now. You won't be able to buy this anymore, so I love it, and it fits in my cup holder. It's got a little straw. Who doesn't love a straw, right? Am I right? Aside from that, yeah, we're doing good. I've quick update on the health situation. I've had my gastroenterology appointment. He doesn't know what's going on. He needs to rule out a whole load of factors, the more obvious being the most serious one, and then we go down from there. Colitis, Crohn's. I need to have some tests done, so I need to have a CT scan of my internals, maybe not so much my head, but my internals, see if they can pick anything up. If not, then I have to have the camera again up and down both holes, which you know, I don't know much about, because I'm usually knocked out, or I've tried in the past on sedation, and it is not pleasant. However, it is doable if you just kind of can put up with the pain of a camera going around your intestines, but it is painful. So I've had it done under a general before, and the recovery sucks, because they do pump in a fair bit of air to expand things, to have a look at all of your internals, and it's the air it's the air coming out that is the most painful part, because you don't necessarily just kind of fart and burp it out. It just kind of stays there, because it's unnatural wind, so it's not air that your body has generated. So it can be quite painful, and I think it took me about 5 days to recover from the last lot. So we'll see if that has to happen again. If they pick something up on the CT scan, fantastic. I doubt very much they'll have to do the cameras. If they do not pick anything up, then I will have to have it done, and just hope and pray that the recovery is slightly better. But I'll keep you guys posted. If you've got any questions, or if you're suffering with anything internal and you're worried, please go to doctors, get it checked. It could be nothing, and it could just be something minor that could be dealt with antibiotics, or it could be something more serious. So take your health seriously, and if you know your poop has changed recently, or as a woman your periods have changed for no reason, go get yourself checked. It doesn't cost anything. We're very fortunate to have the NHS, so go get yourself checked and stay safe. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.